Ladies and gentlemen, I know we're all looking for that perfect property, and we've probably been scrolling through a lot of YouTube videos trying to find it. And at the end of the day, I know exactly what we are all looking for. One, we're looking for something with a great lot size. Two, we're looking for something that has a great location. Three, good quality of construction. And four, has that affordability factor. Today, my team and I chose this home because we believe it sets itself apart from all the other properties here in the Ocala area. And in this video, I'm gonna show you exactly why. Let's go take a look. For anybody new to this channel, my name is Renzo Montaiuti, and I am blessed to be able to come to you guys and bring you information on the Central Florida real estate market and showcase some beautiful homes. In today's video, we're gonna be stepping inside of this beautiful brand new construction home that's gonna boast 3 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, 1,814 square feet with over half an acre of land, my friends. So this is a pretty special property. The reason being I really like it is, one, the quality of construction, the types of finishes they did, the location, the piece of land is incredible, and more than anything, it's at an affordable price. Now, before we get inside this property, I want to make sure you have some good information on where we are. We're here in Ocala, Florida, but specifically in an area called Ocala Waterways. We're in the southwest side of Ocala, roughly about 20 minutes from downtown Ocala. We're gonna be 25 minutes from the World Equestrian Center, which is really what Ocala brings to this city. This is why Ocala is very well known, because it is the horse capital of the world. So if there are any equestrian enthusiasts out there, Ocala is a very good place to visit and have a good time. Now, honing in on more specifically why this is a great location, it's because we're north of Marion Oaks. Marion Oaks is an area with over 40,000 lots with no HOA, no CDD, and we're about 10 minutes north of that area. So we're very close to Highway 200. We're only 5 minutes away from your closest Publix, 10 minutes away from Highway 200, which is gonna have all your malls, shopping plazas, restaurants, movie theaters, drive-in movie theaters, and all the other things that you need for your everyday essential life. Now, speaking on a more grand scale of Florida, we're approximately 1.5 hours from Orlando, Florida, which is gonna be my hometown. This is where you're gonna have the Orlando Magic. You're gonna have the Orlando City soccer team, a lot of pro sports in the Orlando area. Also, you're gonna have the Orlando International Airport an hour and a half away, which is gonna be the biggest and best airport, most accessible to Ocala, Florida. And next thing is, you're gonna have the parks and attractions of Disney and Universal only an hour and 15 minutes away from here. So if you're somebody that kind of likes having a big piece of land, new construction home, close to everything in Ocala, but also like being close to all the attractions and having fun with your family and, you know, just being able to spend your weekends in the best areas, this could be a perfect spot for you. Now, about an hour and a half south, we have Tampa, Florida, my friends, where we have even more professional sports teams. You're gonna have the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, the Tampa Bay Rays, Tampa Bay Lightning. Tampa's a really unique city. It's similar to Orlando, but it has a cool, different style to it. Another cool thing about Tampa is that you're very, very close to Clearwater Beach. You're only 30 minutes away. Clearwater is one of us Floridians' favorite beaches, just because it's very accessible here in Central Florida. Also, you know, it's really nice white sand and really warm water. It stays pretty warm almost all year round, except for maybe a month of the year. It's really a good time. So if you are here in Central Florida, it's a perfect place to visit. So with that being said, at the end of this video, I'm gonna give you all the numbers you need to know on this property, the pricing, the HOA on this home, and more specifically, you know, what it looks like to get, if you wanted to get a property like this, what does the down payment look like? What does your credit score need to look like? And then after that, for all my returning viewers, I have a nice special message I wanna share with you guys. We've been having some really good combos, and I appreciate everybody who's been calling me and, you know, giving me good feedback and hearing about your lives as well. So stay tuned to the end for the special message, and we're gonna get it going. So let's get inside. Let's take a look at this house. Come on. Boom, so here we are in front of the property, my friends. And the very first thing about this home, it has an incredible elevation. It's elegant, it's nice, it's vibrant. I love the accents, you know, I love the stacked stone, and you do have this extended driveway. So it is a 2-car garage, but you can fit an additional 4 to 6 cars here on this driveway. So if you like to have people over, this is perfect for you guys. Let's get inside now. Now, stepping into this home, the very first thing that you're gonna feel is just this incredible open floor plan area. You have the vaulted ceilings in here, so it feels humongous. Everything is open in here. You have your living space right over here where you can put all your furniture, your couches, your TV. Right over here, you're gonna have your kitchen, your dining area. It is just a really big space that just grabs your attention right away. A few details is you're gonna have this laminate throughout the entirety of the home. You're not gonna have any carpet. This is gonna be your living area. And then right over here, we'll step into the kitchen. Now this kitchen is gonna be coming with that granite countertop, nice shaker cabinets with soft close. Love these light fixtures hanging above, and these white cabinets, the white color walls, it really just pops out with all what the home has to offer. It feels big, it feels really nice, bright. You feel like you're peaceful in here more than anything. It really feels like it's a relaxing space that you can enjoy your time with your family. Anyways, you're gonna have this sink overlooking the backyard, the half an acre of land that you have. You're gonna have your double sink. Here's gonna be your dishwasher, your stove, your microwave, your refrigerator. All of these kitchen appliances are coming with the home, my friends. You're gonna have this nice extended island with the space right there, so you can have your breakfast nook. So if you're cooking, whatever it is for the morning for your kids, dish out the food, this is perfect for them to set up. This can be your breakfast nook. And then right over here, we're gonna have our space that you can set up your dining room table. You got your light fixture right above, perfectly set up for this. And you're gonna be able to look out into the backyard from the dining room into the lanai and just see the beautiful nature right outside the window. Now we're gonna step over here, my friends, into the primary bedroom. Now we're gonna keep transitioning into the primary. We're gonna have the same laminate flooring. And in these bedrooms, we're not gonna have it vaulted, of course, so we're gonna have the 9'4" ceiling, so it feels huge. And then you have the tray as well. So these are actually 10-foot ceilings. On the outside of the tray, it's gonna be 9'4". What I really like about this master bedroom is you're gonna have 4 different windows here in this master. One over here, kind of right by the side of where your king size bed would be, or queen size bed, whichever it is. You're gonna have 2 windows right next to it, and then you're gonna have another window coming from the west side of the property. You're overlooking the west side of the property here. You're gonna have your metal fan fixture right above. This is about 17 by 15 feet, this bedroom, so it's really gonna give you a good amount of space to organize and get creative with it. Now stepping into the master bathroom, right over here we're gonna have our double sink, nice light fixtures, same granite countertop that you see in the kitchen. And right over here, you're gonna have your walk-in shower with your ceramic backsplash. You're gonna have a little skylight right above. Here's gonna be the private toilet space with a nice window looking outside. A little linen closet right over here. And then we're gonna step into the closet right now. Now this closet kind of has the typical space. And now let's go ahead, let's get to the other side of the property. And for anybody who is familiar with Ocala, and I just kind of wanted to touch up a little bit more on the location of this home. This is an Ocala Waterway, so if anyone's familiar with Highway 484, that kind of goes right through Marion Oaks. This is about 5 to 7 minutes north of the 484 highway, so it really gives you more accessibility to Highway 200 that goes diagonal. Here's where 484 is. You're kind of right in the middle, which is called Liberty Triangle. So these are kind of bigger houses, bigger lot sizes, and really more accessible to everything, to schools, hospitals, shopping. So now we're gonna step into this next bedroom. This is gonna be a 12 by 11 foot room. Gives you good space, 9'4" ceilings. You're gonna have the same fan fixture that you saw in the primary bedroom. You're gonna have your double door closets, window facing the east side of the home. One cool thing is all the window seals in this home are gonna have quartz countertop. It's not just the drywall, you're gonna have the quartz on it, which is a nice little touch that the builder did, kind of going above and beyond. Now here in between the 2 guest bedrooms, we're gonna have our second bathroom of the home. Granite countertop, same shakers, lit bathtub, skylight, nice. Now, into this next bedroom, same thing we saw in the other one, really 9'4" window seal. The only difference about this room that I really like is you're gonna have this big window looking over the north side of the property. So this is gonna bring tons of natural light, just a little bit more vitality into this bedroom. If there are any kids watching this and your parents are thinking about buying a house, I would definitely fight for this room right away. So that's definitely a big plus. You're gonna have the same style closet. You're gonna have a remote to work your fan and lights, and that is it. Now let's get outside, show you the lanai in the backyard. Now stepping outside, we have this beautiful covered lanai space. You're gonna have your nice fan fixture. This is just perfect because your backyard neighbor is just nature. It's woods, it's trees, it's land, it's beautiful. Now, stepping into the yard, we're gonna have this beautiful half an acre of land. It's relaxing. You can hear the birds, you can hear the wind out here in Ocala. You're probably asking me, why is half of it in sand? There is some builders, I'd say most builders these days, they are starting to build houses and kind of putting the required square footage of the land with sod, and then they're leaving out a little bit. Now, what this kind of looks like, or what this kind of means is, well, us, the realtor, we got to negotiate for the builders to finish sodding the lot. In my opinion, I always talk to the builders and say the same thing. Hey, so like, you know, if you're buying a house, wouldn't you want to come give the, you know, have the best experience, kind of come into a home that has everything ready to go? And typically they're like, I mean, it's hard to say no to that. So I'm always here to negotiate when things like that pop up. I understand the builders, they have to meet their margins, but I also understand, you know, when someone walks into a home, when someone comes and buys a property and spends a good amount of money for a property, you want everything to be meticulous, everything to be perfect. And the inside of the home, the interior, exterior is perfect, it's fresh, but something like that is where a realtor comes in and they're here to negotiate it for you. And we have a strategy to do so. We put it in the contract, we put it in the offer. Buyer and seller agree that the seller will finish sodding the entire plot of the land before closing. That's pretty much it. It's up to us to negotiate all of that stuff for you guys, and that's really what a realtor is here for. But besides that, my friends, you're gonna have the nice big pine trees right behind you. I really like that, you know, they're to even touch your property, which is really nice, and they're all kind of angled over. Kind of looks like my hair, kind of me trying to comb my hair, but it's kind of like messed up, but whatever it is. And yeah, but this is kind of what it's all about. This is Florida living in general. You know, we're here, we're living in nature, close to all the shopping centers, but it's relaxing. You know, it's about 83 degrees outside here in Ocala with a nice breeze, and it's nice, it's relaxing, it's peaceful. And if you want the hustle and bustle, maybe you're from New York or LA and you want that hustle and bustle, Orlando and Tampa are an hour and a half away. And you'll find the hustle and bustle, you'll find that more active lifestyle. I think at the end of the day, everybody wants to be in nature. Everybody wants to be connected to nature and really feel the beauty that this world has to offer. So let's get inside, let's talk some numbers, see what it looks like for all of you folks. Come on. So here we are at the end of the tour, my friends. And now we're gonna get into the nitty-gritty details about this property. So first and foremost, let's get the price of the home off, and it is $370,000 for this property, my friends. Right now, they just sold 2 of them. There are 3 of them on the street. This is one of them. They sold the other 2 in less than 30 days. They're beautiful properties. This builder is kind of newer and coming into the scene here in Ocala, and we really wanted to show you guys. So $370,000, it's about $205 price per square foot, which is right around the range where you're looking for something new construction in a good area here in Ocala, Florida. $370,000 right off the bat. Second thing, the HOA is just $50 per year. This is a very hands-off HOA. I know a lot of people hear HOA and you're like, hey, heck to the no. And I'm with you. I don't like restrictions. I like being able to do what I want with my land. But at the same time, you know, there are a lot of folks who like HOA. You know, I think there are pros and cons of it. It's really just dependent on you and what you want for you and your family. Being in a gated community is not a bad thing. Adds a little extra security. Almost forces people to maintain their homes at a certain standard. Having no HOA gives you a little bit more freedom to do as you wish. But at the same time, it's really all preference. So I never judge if you do or don't, because at the end end of the day, everybody likes something and not everybody's the same, and you just got to respect everybody's opinion. So next thing is going to be yearly tax amount is going to be roughly around $4,000 per year on this home. That is estimated taxes. On a new construction home, you don't pay taxes on the year it was built. So this house was built this year in 2023. You're not going to pay any taxes on this house. You're only going to pay taxes on the land. So from the day of closing, let's say you close on November 1st, you pay the amount of prorated taxes on the land. Let's say, you know, it's $500 for the year on the land. You're going to pay from November 1st to December 31st. So about 2 months worth of land taxes on that 500. You might pay $80, you know, for the last 2 months of taxes. Next year is where you'll pay actual property taxes. And the way it's calculated is just estimated property taxes on the property appraiser's website. So that's kind of where we're getting. It's not an exact number, it's an estimated number. Where we could get more accurate estimates is a property that is built in 2022 or the year before. So with that being said, estimate around $4,000 per year. So you guys can kind of do the math, and not very high for kind of what you're getting here, half an acre new construction. Next thing, let's go ahead and say you were interested in this property, or you are interested in just a home in general, and you want to know a little bit, how much money do I really need to bring to purchase a home? So the first way is getting an FHA loan. This is a very common loan because they have a beautiful first-time home program, which allows you to put a minimum of 3.5% down. So 3.5% down on $370,000 is right under $13,000. Now, closing costs. There are two purchasing a home: down payment and closing costs. Closing costs are typically another 3 to 4% of the price of the home. 3%, that's kind of what my lender's doing these days. An extra $11,000 plus the $13,000, you're looking at around $24,000. The reason why realtors exist is to give you a good service, to be able to negotiate and do things for you. And that's exactly what my team and I are here to do. So whenever someone comes to us and, hey, I want to buy a property, I want to buy a new construction home that doesn't have any lenders associated with it and doesn't have, you know, it's not a D.R. Horton or Lennar Homes or, you know, an Adams Homes where you go with the preferred lender and they give you all your closing costs and stuff like that. When you're looking at something like this, your realtor is the one negotiating the price. When you're looking at a resale home, your realtor is the one who's negotiating your closing costs and price of the home. So that's what I focus on. And when I tell people, hey, you know, we have a bunch of families looking to move into this area, and every single one of them, we're getting them a closing cost credit. Now, if you're looking for homes in the 240 to 270 range, those are builders with much less profit margins. So they price them low to sell quick, and they're not going to give you any incentives. But once you're looking in the pricing of 270 up, I can usually squander around 10, 15, 20, sometimes 25 to 30,000 off price or in credit if it's an off-market property. 10 to 15 is kind of what you're looking at if you're 270, 280 and above. That's what my team focuses on, and yeah, just to let you know. So if you are working with our team and I, what I'd let you know is kind of focus more on the down payment. Now, on a conventional loan, if you're buying it as a primary residence, you're looking at around 5% down on the home. 5% of $370,000 is going to be roughly $18,500, my friends, for a primary residence conventional. Well, now, why would you go conventional when you can go FHA, which is a smaller down payment? The reason being is because on a conventional loan, after you hit 20% equity in the home, you don't have to pay something called private mortgage insurance, which is about $150 to $200, $250 per month. If you come in and you're like, hey, I'm buying a primary, but you know, I'm gonna put 20% down, you're actually doing yourself a great service because you're gonna be saving on PMI. Also for investors, 20% down is what you're looking for on a property like this. So 370 for any investors out there or someone looking to put 20% down, $74,000, my friend. So 74,000 is 20%. The rental comps on this property are roughly around $2,400 to $2,500. So you guys can kind of do the math with some lenders and understand what your monthly payment would look like on a property like this, and kind of what the long-term rentals would be. $2,400 to $2,500 is what you're looking at monthly revenue wise on a property like this. This is great location, quality of construction is perfect. You know, a lot of builders, sometimes when they finish a house, they don't do the small final touches, they don't finish the caulking on the floorboards, they don't clean the house, they leave it dirty. They don't mow the lawn. This builder has a system. They're doing it right. They're doing a good job. The only thing is we got to get some extra grass in the backyard. That is it, my friends, just for those down payments. Now there is the VA loan, which has 0% down. With any veterans out there, you know, my goal with every single one of you, if you get approved, you know, you're trying to get in this house with no money down, I can give you that guarantee. You'll be able to buy a house with no money down. Get your closing costs covered 100%. I'll get everything covered for you. If you're a veteran out there, I appreciate you guys. First responders, active military, all you guys, you're amazing. I appreciate you. And I'm here to help you all out. Now, on the other end, you know, we've been kind of talking about a few things, and a few videos ago, talked to you about a little bit about, you know, meditation and how it's helped me, you know, over the past 3 to 4 years, kind of trying to change my life and everything. So today I just wanted to talk about something so simple, something very basic that can maybe just create a little shift. And that's just about what we do on a daily basis. What are our habits? What is our mind accustomed to doing day in, day out? What are our minds subconsciously addicted to? You know, there's a lot of times we know our bad habits. Our intuition tells us when we should be doing something and if we shouldn't be doing something. And a lot of times we just act impulsively on the things we shouldn't do because we're addicted to it. We're addicted to the feeling. We're addicted to the dopamine it creates, you know, and we don't have too much control over it. But in fact, we do have a lot of control over it. But the first step is just understanding, okay, identifying the bad habits. How are we going to replace it with a good habit? Good habits, you know, the main, and I think one of the biggest things here in America is, you know, what we put in our body, what we eat and drink on a daily basis. Unfortunately, you know, there are a lot of things in our supermarkets that are all genetically modified with chemicals, you know, even some of the fruits we eat. So what I would say is focus on eating whole foods. At the end of the day, just focus on eating whole foods, even the cereals, the bars, you know, everything that's processed. Anything that isn't a whole food, like fruit, vegetables, meat, chicken, fish, stay away from it. I promise you it's gonna do you a lot more good than harm. So about a year ago, I did something that it was a little different, and I stayed away from any refined carbohydrates. So I stayed away from white rice, bread, pasta, pizza, anything with those refined carbohydrates. I was eating only like quinoa, a lot of fruit as my carbohydrates to give me energy. The craziest thing is I felt like I was a drug addict after 2-3 days. I was craving any sort of dough, you know, cereal, any of those refined carbohydrates that we see and that we're used to eating, like granola bars and, you know, even rice, pasta, you know, dough, bread, all that stuff. It has the same reaction in our minds as cocaine does. And it's incredible the effects it has on someone. After 4 days, guys, I was sweating. My mind was all over the place. It showed me how, you know, even addicted we are to just these simple foods that they tell us is good for us. So I'm not gonna get too much into it, but our diet is incredibly important. Most of our serotonin receptors that affect our mood are in our gut, so we need to feed it with good stuff. The second thing is we need to all be exercising. I think everybody understands that is a very important thing. Exercising in the sun is even better. Being in the sun gives you vitamin D, and it's essential for who we are as human beings to give us energy and vitality. So exercising, it doesn't have to be any rigorous. Just, you know, start with walking half a mile, start with walking a mile, and then, you know, once you walk a few miles a day, try jogging half a mile and walking half a mile. It doesn't have to be an incredible explosion of, man, I'm gonna hit the gym for 3 hours, because you're gonna burn yourself out, and it happens all the time. So focus more on being in the gym every day and turning yourself into a person that associates yourself with, hey, I am a person that goes to the gym every day. I'm a person that's healthy. I'm a person that is always gonna focus on my health. And you're gonna see how your perspective and how your mind starts to change, and how your habits from turning into something difficult, like, hey, I have to do this, into like, dang, I actually get to do this and wake up every day, do better and be better. Okay, now the third thing I would say is do something to give you, you know, to get your mind under control. And I typically like to use meditation. Exercise is a great way to do this. You know, all of these are collectively getting your mind in a state is most efficient, where you're gonna be able to flow, you're gonna be in full consciousness, you're gonna be able to pay attention to things in much more detail. You're not gonna be as emotional, you're not gonna be as kind of up and down mood swings, but something that is mindful. And this looks like reading, this looks like writing, this looks like meditation, looks like just being present in general. So one of these mindfulness activities and habits are gonna be important. I like to do all of them: read, write, meditate. And these have been something that it gets my mind in order. Everybody's thinking about a million things all the time. Like I'm thinking of ideas here. The thing is, at the end of the day, I'm like, damn, I thought of all these great ideas. ideas, but I don't remember a single thing. What I typically like to do is whenever I have a good idea, I get a voice memo out and I either tell it to myself, or another thing I do is I write it down, write a little note. But what I've started to do is just sitting at the end of the day and really writing down my day, really writing down any good ideas I had, and then executing on it. Because if you have a good idea how to change your life or go to the positive, you have a great idea but you don't execute on it, you're wasting it. It's a sport of fools if you have a great idea and you don't execute on it. And that's where the fear is involved. So once you're gonna have a great idea, you're gonna be like, okay, I wanna execute it. And then you're gonna have your limited beliefs trying to hold you back. It's gonna have all the garbage that we've received throughout our whole life, alter egos, our ego in our mind trying to hold us back and keeping us in our comfort zone. Once you overcome that fear and step into the difficult habits and doing things that you know you should be doing but you're scared to, once you overcome that, you become more mentally resilient and you become better every single time. So get out of your comfort zone, be aggressive with what you want to accomplish in your life. Don't take everything, please listen to what I'm saying, but at the end of the day, you're going to be needing to do your own research and finding out answers to your own questions, because everybody's different. I'm going to have much different issues. I have much different issues than any single person watching this video or any other person sitting next to you watching this video. You guys have two completely different realities. And I promise you, everybody's going to be asking different things and trying to understand what it is that is going on within me that is slowing my life down or stopping me from becoming the best, most powerful human being I can be. So do your research, my friends. Understand the way the mind works. If anyone wants a book recommendation on kind of just understanding what it is to be present, read the book, The Power of Now. I'm reading it once and I'm gonna read it again right after that because of how profound it is. So if anyone wants to get out there and just take one step, like, hey, I need to do something right now, just read this book and it'll step you in the right direction of understanding a little more of that we are not just the thoughts and ideas that go through our head. We're actually more spiritual consciousness that can control our mind to be an asset for us. Guys, that's all I have for you today. I love you all so much. The reason I'm here sharing this with you is because I want to see every single one of you guys get better. And at the end of the day, that's all we have. We have the ability to help each other. We have the ability to share information. We're social creatures. Even if you're introverted and you prefer being alone, it doesn't matter. At some point, you're going to crave being able to communicate with other human beings. So that's me right now. That's me wanting to share with you. I know you probably want to share with the person next to you or someone else through content or whatever it is. So I love you all. I hope you stay safe, stay blessed. I'll see you in the next video. Ciao, ciao.